doing the Billy Bragg profile. There it is. What do you think of that? You want to see the other side? They've asked me to come and sit in and talk a little bit about my wonderful videos. I have a bit of an attitude problem with videos, and the attitude problem is thus. I think that spending loads and loads of money making adverts for your own ego is a bit of a waste of time. So when they first asked me to make a video for Levi Stubbs Tears, I said, if you think I'm going to dress up like a science fiction character and have lots of naked women chase me around the set, you're totally wrong. If that's the budget for the video, why don't you just give me that budget and the money, and I'll go out and spend it on something useful, like a couple of houses somewhere in Malibu or something like that in California. So they said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, you know, I play the guitar and I sing. So why don't you film me playing the guitar and singing? So I said, oh yeah, well, you know, you can mime to the track. Well, I don't mime. I can't do it. It's just I can't do it. So what they did in the end was they got a camera on a very long boom arm, which you may see at the end of the video when it pans out, and I just took a one shot of me playing the song Levi Stubbs Tears in a studio in West London. Dave Woodhead played a bit of trumpet, and it's not miming or anything to a backing track. It's a totally different version, like we play it live. Took them about 6 takes. It took me an afternoon, and they said if it costs more than £1,500, which I think is a hell of a lot of money, if it comes to more than that, then you know, then you can pay for some of it, but we'll pay to up to £15,000, and it came to £14,000. So I thought, well, that's cool. You know, they being the record company, they paid for it, so I didn't feel so bad about making it, and it was on my terms, you see. So I thought, on my terms, I'll make the video. So we made that one, and this is what it looks like. I'm the guy in the red shirt with the green guitar, man.
With the money from her accident, she bought herself a mobile home, so at least she could get some enjoyment out of being alone. No one could say that she was left up on the shelf. It's you and me against the world, kid, she mumbled to herself. When the world falls apart, something stay in place. Levi Stubbs tears run down his face. She ran away from home in her mother's best coat. She was married before she was even entitled to vote. Her husband was one of those blokes, the sort who only laughs at his own jokes. The sort of war takes away, and when there wasn't a war, he left anyway. When the world falls apart, something stay in place. Levi Stubbs tears run down his face. Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong are here to make right everything that's wrong. Holland and Ramble goes here too. Are here to make it all okay with you. And one dark night he came home from the sea and puts a hole in her body when a hole should be. It hurts her more to see him walking out the door, and now they stitched her back together. They left her heart in pieces on the floor. When the world falls apart, something stay in place. She takes off the four tops tape and puts it back in its case. When the world falls apart, something stay in place. Levi Stubbs tears.
Right, that was the very wonderful Billy Bragg with the even more immaculately wonderful Levi Stubbs disc. Am I allowed to talk like this about myself? I suppose I am, aren't I? Yes. If they can't send someone down here to do it and I'm left to do it all on my own, why not, eh? The next video I got to make was for Greetings to the New Brunette, and they said, well, Bill, the Levi Stubbs video was such a success, we'd like to make another one. And I said, that's fine, but I'm not going to be in it. So they said, OK, well, we'll put something together. And they spent about 2 weeks getting little bits of film together to make some sort of in the context of the song, and they showed it to me, and frankly I liked it more than Levi Stubbs Tears because it was more interesting to watch. I mean, every time I see it, I see more different things in it. There's not only the obviously ridiculous things, but there's sublime things that go on in it. So this is what they came up with. Again, they managed to do it for £9,000, so it didn't cost me a penny, and I still think £9,000 was a heck of a lot of money, but they deemed it necessary themselves at the record company, so they made it. And you'll notice in it not only the politicians kissing one another, but the subtle bits, which are the people getting married underwater and the women on pogo sticks. It's a wank reference, folks. That's the Billy Bragg there. You may have noticed him, glimped him there, glimping him, whizzing through in some footage of the strange haircuts of Billy Bragg, in that with Greetings to the New Brunette. When I approached the new album, which is called Workers' Playtime, I really wanted to prove once and for all that I'm probably not a singles artist. So when they decided they wanted to put out Waiting for the Great Leap Forward, which I thought was quite a good idea, they said, well, you know, in order to prove it, you should make a video for it. So I decided to make a video which had elements of the previous video in it, which was Greetings to the New Brunette, where we used that footage, you know, archive footage, but also to superimpose myself in the cheapest, naffest way over the top, because there's a lot of trickery goes down in videos, a lot of very expensive technology which was developed for no other reason than to make very expensive videos, and videos themselves were only invented by record companies to take more money back off their artists. See, record companies are in a really bad position. They've signed these people up, and then they've got to give them all this money from the records they make. Now, record companies really perplexes them giving you money. They hate giving you money. So, first of all, they invented cocaine to get money back off of record artists, you know, by selling them that and then getting the money back. When that kind of went unfashionable and also thoroughly illegal and bad and nasty, and please don't do it in the comfort of your own homes, they decided to invent the video. And some acts, probably some videos you may have even seen in this 24-hour segment, cost not only more than it cost for me to make my entire album, but also more than it cost me to buy my very spacious London penthouse flat. And I frankly think making, you know, it's just adverts, and adverts to the record company at that. So the record company should carry the old tag for them if we're going to have to dress up and look silly and gloopy in our own videos. So I decided to go the whole hog in this video and look as daft as I can. So watch what I do in this video whilst passing over a few sort of like, a few snippets of information to you all out there in TV land. I'm also attending John F. Kennedy's wedding, meeting Fidel Castro and Che Guevara. Che Guevara was Che's brother, who doesn't often get seen on TV these days. Meeting Che Guevara and Fidel Castro. I think I also appear as the mad professor at one point. I swing through the picture as Adam Man. I get to play some heavy metal guitar with a wig and spandex trousers on, and generally have a good time at very little expense. You'll be pleased to know that this one didn't cost more than £15,000 either, so cha-ching, none of them cost me anything. Billy Bragg, Waiting for the Great Leap Forwards. Have you noticed how people who watch on video channels are always looking at a monitor when the camera comes on at the first time and they never actually get cued to be looking at the camera? It's very strange, isn't it? I've wondered about it. So there's my explanation for why I'm making these videos, and you can all sit at home and say, well, if you hate videos so much, Bill, why do you make them in the first place? Because I found out when I was in Leningrad in the Soviet Union that one of the English satellite video channels, its footprint, which is a technical term for as far as its satellite bounced signal will go, also goes into places like Czechoslovakia, into Poland, into the Soviet Union. When I first went to Nicaragua, in the hotel in Managua, I turned the TV on and found the Nashville network. They were unscrambling. Why the national network and why not Much Music, I don't know, but they were unscrambling the national network. So videos do give you the opportunity to get into the place, the homes of people that you can't normally do. So for that reason, I felt the urge, because I'm a bit of a communicator, a compulsive communicator, that to make them. So it was a compromise making videos, but in some ways, as soon as you sign a record contract or walk out on stage, you've made a compromise somewhere with someone. And in the end, if you're doing it on your own terms and you retain control over it, as I do, I think that it's worthwhile to deal with the beast of the mass media rather than running away in the corner and saying, oh, I don't want to be touched by terrible media and all that sort of stuff, and end up playing to just yourself and your friends who all agree with you. So that's why I'm sitting here on chatting to you all and showing you my videos. I still feel very ambivalent towards videos. I feel even ambivalent towards making singles. What I do is play the guitar and sing. So if you like the video and you like the records, I implore you to come and see me when I pass through your town. Don't worry if you think you're living in an unfashionable place. I've even played Sudbury, Ontario, so we may yet get to you. Yeah, I want to thank Much Music for squeezing me in there. And this has been the profile of Billy Bragg.
This song is called Help Save the Youth of America. Следующая песня.